Welcome, guys, to the Be the One podcast. I'm so glad y'all are here this morning. Okay, before we get going, tell us who you are, and then I'm so excited to introduce y'all to our audience.
Mm-hmm. I'm A.K. Jones. I'm playing Gabriella in High School Musical.
Awesome. I'm Swift Branch. I'm playing Troy Bolton in the High School Musical.
That's so fun. Yes, I should have started with that, saying you guys are here because you're the leads in the Upper School Musical this spring, which I guess is ironic that the title of the play is High School Musical, but that's a big deal. So you're the leads. So tell us a little bit, about the show, about your involvement in theater. This is not your first show.
It is not.
Okay,
No.
so tell us how long you guys have been involved in Brookstone Theater.
Well, I've been involved in theater in general for quite a while. I started when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
I actually got cut my 3rd and 4th grade years, which is kind of interesting. Cause,
it's part of your story.
Look at me now.
I know.
But I immediately, when I transferred to Brookstone as a sophomore, I was Sophie and Mamma Mia, which was a big deal for me. That was like a dream role.
You were so good, too.
Thank you. And then I did the one act in junior year, and we won state for that one, too. Did Once Upon a Mattress, and then did this year's one act where we won state again.
Yes.
And now I'm playing Gabriella, which is another dream role of
really
mine.
is.
So
That's so
I'm really
fun.
excited.
Awesome. Okay, Swift, how about you?
I've been doing theater for 7 months.
Okay, 7 months.
I think so. Yeah, it was a funny story. AK texted me and she was like, "You got to do the one act." And I was like, "No." And she was like, "It looked really good on your college resume." I was like, "Okay."
There you go.
And I applied, and then Miss Davis gave me the lead. And
That's
now
exciting.
I'm Troy.
And now you're Troy.
Now he's Troy.
Here we are.
So you have had 2 leads this year.
I have.
I mean, that's really exciting. Wow. Okay, so you convinced him to become
Oh,
a
yeah.
part of the
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I take credit for the whole thing.
That's so fun. Well, okay, so tell us a little bit about the show. So by the time this airs next week, it'll probably be on stage. But for now, it's next week, so you have another week until you go on stage officially. But tell us a little bit about the show. For those who haven't seen High School Musical, tell us what it's about.
Well, this girl, Gabriella, she met this boy named Troy on a ski trip, and she ended up moving to the school that he's at.
Okay.
Her whole life has been really involved with math and science and stuff like that, but she kind of wanted to break out of that when she moved to the new school. Troy was full basketball guy.
There you
Full
go.
basketball guy, and didn't tell his friends that he had sang with Gabriella and that he enjoyed it, that he really wanted to sing. So they ended up auditioning for a musical together. And when their friends found out, they went crazy. They were very determined to not let them do the musical because they wanted them to be fully involved in their respective activities.
Right. Kind of like you can only be one thing in high
Yes.
school.
And so they attempted to split Troy and Gabriella up. But then they found their way back to each other, and then they did their little callback, and they got the leads. Troy won the big game. Gabriella won the science decathlon. Everybody won.
I mean, it's a perfect ending.
There we go.
Well, not intentionally, obviously, but, Brookstone really allows their students to be more than one thing. So that really is true to life here. And, but I cannot wait to see the show. I love the music. My little girl loves musicals so much, and she cannot wait. And so she hadn't seen the movie, but I've been playing the music for her so she can get ready. But she can still sing every song from Mamma Mia and Princess and the Pea or Once Upon a Mattress. I mean, she knows that soundtrack, so we cannot wait for High School Musical. So,
So fun.
so what's your favorite thing about this production? Being a part of the cast, what have y'all loved?
I guess being a part of the cast, it opens up a new group of people that I probably wouldn't have ever gotten the chance to talk to if I wasn't involved in theater. So just making new friends along the way is probably my favorite part of it.
That's awesome. All right, what about you?
Yeah. Same thing. I mean, I don't think you and I have talked much before this year. Like, we've talked some, but we don't have any classes together. But I feel like this year, like, we've really, like, I would say he's one of my best friends. Like, it's just, like,
that's really sweet.
like, I've gotten so close with so many people because of theater, because
Yeah.
of being in shows. And it's, like, it's a place where we all kind of have to be, we have to make fools out of ourselves together. So it's really a judgment-free zone.
Really,
It's
yeah.
somewhere
That's
where
awesome.
we can, like, make mistakes and just be human.
Yeah.
And people won't, like, judge you for it.
Yes, I love that. Everybody needs those people in their lives.
Yeah.
And to be able to laugh at each other, with each other, and just join in that, that's awesome. So tell me about your amazing teachers. They really are awesome, but the Davises.
Oh, yes. When I first got here, I didn't realize how lucky I was to have them. Like, I didn't realize how brilliant they are.
Yeah.
Really. I mean,
Yeah, they are.
they are the best directors I've ever met.
That's awesome.
And I'm just really grateful that they're here. I'm grateful that they've taken such a big chance on, I mean, both of us. We
Yeah.
both were people who just came in and they immediately, they saw talent and they used it. And it's been a big deal for me. It's been a big part of my life. And I'm just really grateful for them.
That's awesome. We've already talked about the shows you've already done this year before this one, but you now have been involved in one state championship, one act play. You've just been involved in one.
I've been in
You've been
one.
involved
I've been
in
in
two.
two, yes.
I mean, y'all are state champions. Like, that
They
is
are.
really exciting. Do y'all have
Yes.
the ring?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're still waiting.
Well, so tell us about one act, because I don't think a lot of people are familiar with one act and what all goes involved with, or what all is involved in that process.
Well, I mean, from my experience, it's a competition. You get 55 minutes
Yes.
at the max, and to just put on a show, because it's one act. There's
Right.
no intermission,
Right.
and I guess the best keeps going, and then you get to state and
That's
compete
amazing.
there.
But how do you have back-to-back state shows? When you, like, every year, you lose a lot of really talented people when people graduate. And yet, for how many years in a row have we been able to maintain this level? That says a lot about y'all.
And I wish that I could just, like, sit here and take full credit. But, I mean, like, genuinely, I think it's Mr. and Mrs. Davis, really. They know how to turn an ordinary human being into something extraordinary.
Oh,
they
how
really
beautifully
do.
said.
They really do. I mean, I don't think my acting was where it needed to be before I started getting involved in the one act, and it was kind of just like coming together, like coming together as a whole, as a group. And the Davises have their little things that they do, like moving set pieces. They're never blacking out during the show. It's just always you're invested, something's going on stage. But also their emphasis on the ensemble and the people who are in the background and their constant involvement in the show. And once we get to the point where we're competing and we're determined to win, I really see, like, people who were super embarrassed, super shy, they come alive on stage.
That's
and
awesome.
it's a really cool experience.
Yeah.
It's something really cool to see.
Yeah. To see it from start to finish, I'm sure, just to see the transformation
Oh, yeah.
in all of you.
Oh yeah, we didn't realize, I don't think people realize that we're as good as we are. Like, it's hard to think. Like, we see this show and we're like, this is really weird. This guy's coming in and falling in love with three sisters. Like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And then you actually get involved and you become the characters, and it's something more meaningful.
That's awesome.
And we see the meaning, and I think that's what, really did it for us in the end. It's
Wow.
what helped us win.
Well, that is so, yeah, that's just awesome. So, okay. So besides theater, I want to move on from what you guys have been involved in, because y'all are involved in a whole lot of things. So, which is, again, going back to Brookstone does allow you to be involved in different things. And I love that about it, about the school, but I love seeing all of our kids do so many different things. So what are some of the other things you guys are involved in besides theater?
I've done football for all 4 years of high school, along with soccer, and
Yeah.
I'm running track this year.
Oh, yeah. Is that the first time you've done track?
This is the first time I've done track.
That's exciting. So two spring sports.
Two spring sports.
And a lead and a play.
And
So
a lead
as
and a
long
play.
as you're just not busy at all, you know.
Oh, no, I have a lot of free time.
My,
That's awesome.
I can't imagine.
No, I can't either,
He
really.
comes to rehearsal exhausted.
You have to. I know. I mean, I was thinking last night watching you play soccer. I was like, so how are they practicing now if he's here? Like, how do you make that work?
How do you make that work?
I mean, we just kind of go. He knows his lines. He's got a really freakish memory. I don't know how he does it, but we're not worried so much about that. He's a good actor, so we don't have to be like, oh, Swift's missing, and so it's going to be a train wreck because we
Right.
know it's not.
Right. Yes.
So we just
'Cause you have
kind of
that
keep
confidence.
going with it, and as
awesome.
soon as he gets back, it's still a phenomenal show,
Yeah.
even better
Yeah.
because he's there. I mean,
Well, thanks, AK.
you're welcome. But it's just like, and there was a night that I wasn't there, and it's just
Right.
kind of the same thing. Like
Right.
we have such reliable, dependable actors. I mean,
Right.
Sophia playing Sharpay, she's doing an amazing
Is
job.
she Sharpay? That's going to be awesome.
James,
Yeah.
a freshman coming in and playing Ryan, he's
my goodness.
amazing.
Oh, that's so fun.
I feel like we have such dependable people in the show this year, and that's what makes it really easy to know that it's gonna
Right.
come through
Right.
in the end.
And you can count on each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you said you weren't there. What are some other things you've been involved in here at Brookstone?
I've been involved with soccer. I was involved with soccer my sophomore and junior year.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm not doing it this
Not
year.
doing it this year. Okay.
I'm not. I did club soccer this year, but
Oh,
just
fun.
not school
Yeah.
soccer. And I did cheer my junior year. I mean, involved with academics. I'm a pretty smart girl, I would say. So
Well, tell me about your classes. Y'all are both really smart. Tell me some of your favorite classes, and tell me about the relationship you have with your teachers.
well, I mean, I feel like I have a good relationship with all my teachers. My
Yeah.
teachers are so understanding.
I know. They're
So
the
understanding,
best.
and they're so supportive, and they're always talking about, oh, we're gonna come to the show, and it just like it makes me more excited about the show because I'm
Right.
like, oh, well, my teacher's gonna be there, and I love my teacher. I really
know.
do. I don't think there's a single teacher that I'm like, ugh, I just don't like them.
I know. They're really wonderful
They
people.
really
I
are.
adore them.
And coming from a public school, like, I appreciate that more than anything in the
Right,
world. Like,
right.
I've never had such support from a school system
That's awesome.
in my life. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, I mean, all the guitar and piano classes, those are
Yeah.
my favorite. And
Yeah.
Mr. Stubbs, he's a soccer coach. So,
Yes.
I mean, we're pretty close there. And then love Miss Hearn. She's perfect. And then
I
I
know.
guess another one would be AP Statistics.
Okay, that is not often listed as anybody's favorite.
Oh, no,
so
it's just
tell me
because,
about
I mean,
that.
Coach Davis is the teacher. And I
Well,
feel like we
he's
have
fantastic,
a pretty
yes.
good relationship because we spent like 10 months
Right.
after school every day with each
Yeah,
other. So,
exactly.
I
I
mean,
know, and Mr. Stubbs too, like you said, teaches guitar and coaches soccer, and I think that's one of the beauties about being here is that you get to know your teachers not just in the classroom, but outside, and it just makes those relationships even stronger. So, so y'all are both seniors, and when you're talking about being a rocky year, senior year can be really stressful. You guys have a lot on you and a lot of responsibility and a lot of big things happening, but you're going off to school next year. So do y'all know where you're going next year?
yeah, I'm going
I
to
think you know.
Sewanee.
I think
yeah.
you know. Yes, I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too.
And you're going to be playing football.
I will be playing football.
I mean,
yes,
that's
ma'am.
really exciting. So congratulations
Well,
to
thank
you.
you.
You're going to do great. You're going
Thank
to do
you.
great.
Mhm.
And have you decided yet?
I mean, 95% of me is leaning towards Georgia.
Okay.
I'm in the honors college, so I'm like, why not? Like,
I mean,
I feel like that's like, a pretty
it's
much
kind of
pretty
a
clear
big deal.
sign that
Yeah.
I should probably be going there. But yeah, I don't know. I just,
hadn't decided yet.
haven't decided
That's okay.
yet.
Yeah, you've still got time. The fun thing is that this time next year, you will be almost through with your freshman year in college, and not almost through, but getting close, and just
That
how
is really
crazy that
weird.
is, you know,
That is
when
kinda
you
weird.
spend this whole year really thinking, where am I going to be? What am I going to be doing? And then, you know what, you're just going to know, and you're going to be there, and you're going to thrive, and you're going to love it. So that's one of the things that's fun about watching seniors graduate is, as much as you hate having people leave that you love and you want to see them all the time here on campus, but you just know the best is yet to come for you guys, and y'all are going to do amazing things. So we can't wait to watch. What's one thing you'll miss about being here next year?
It's going to sound like a weird answer, but bus rides back from sporting events.
Yeah.
I mean, that was always really fun, just being with the team, especially after you won.
Yeah.
Bus rides
Yeah.
after you lose aren't the best, but that's all right. No, definitely that. Just the community that comes with Brookstone, I guess in a bigger sense. You know, I'm really close with a lot of people here just because I've been here for 14 years of my life.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a change, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna miss how close everybody is with each other.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different community here. It's really, everybody is so close to each other. And I mean, even though I came late, it was just kind of like, oh, welcome to the family, you know?
Right.
And I feel, it took me a little bit because I was like, I just don't know how to identify as a Brookstone student. Like, I still
Right.
feel like I've got one foot in the CHS world, but now I feel like I'm really, like, I am a Brookstone student, and I'm part of the Brookstone community, and I've contributed to the Brookstone community,
Yes.
and it just means the world to me. I don't know what it is, but the desire to contribute here and to leave a legacy here is so much greater than it would have been if I had stayed at my other school, because they just give you so many opportunities to do that, and there's such talent here.
Right.
And
There is.
it's an awesome thing to watch, but it's an even more awesome thing to be a part of.
Yeah. Well, without a doubt, you two have made your mark, and you're leaving a legacy. And like I just said, I don't even want to get teary, but you know, we love you guys, and just love that you have set such a great example for the younger students. Because, you know, it goes like that. And so before you even know it, these freshmen who are walking the halls will be the seniors. But they will always remember you guys were the seniors when they were freshmen and the impact you had. So don't underestimate the legacy you have already left to these kiddos that come behind you. So I appreciate that. Shifting more serious about our core values, because I love to ask people about core values, especially younger people, because those are a big deal for us here at Brookstone. So we have 7 core values, so y'all know that. Loyalty, courage, wisdom, honor, service, respect, and leadership. So what do they mean to you? And which one sticks out as important to you that we continue to reinforce here at Brookstone?
I think the biggest one for me would probably be courage. Just like stepping out of your comfort zone like I did this year. If you would have told me a year ago that I would be the lead in the one act and then the High School Musical, I would have thought you were crazy, because that's just not something that I'd be comfortable with, like
Right.
doing something I've never done before in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a big part of that was courage, and so I think that one's probably the biggest one for me.
For sure, for sure.
I feel like these words have laid a really good foundation for what it means to be human and what it means to be a good human. Just in general, like, you should be loyal, you should be courageous, you should have respect for others. Just kind of even an attractive human, somebody who brings others towards you. Somebody who really shines light on other people.
Right.
For me, loyalty really is a big one. That one's kind of stuck out to me. It's hard in high school. You know, everybody's, you know, friends 1 minute, talking about each other the next minute. There's a lot of drama. There's all sorts of things. But, I mean, to find somebody who's truly loyal to you and loyal to their values, to their beliefs, and stand strong in the face of adversity, I think that's the most admirable quality somebody can have.
Yeah.
Somebody who, even facing peer pressure, things like that, can still, you know, stand true to what they believe in, I think that's awesome. Stand true to the people that they, really feel at home with.
Right.
That's
Right.
awesome to me. I want to be that person for people. I feel like I'm somebody who wants to remain loyal to my friends, wants to continue to do the right thing.
Right.
So yeah, that's always been something that I've strived for.
That's awesome. That's both of those very good answers. So, and I think y'all exhibit both those qualities very well. Very well. Okay, so I always ask our guests these 2 questions too. One, books. I love to read. And I know y'all have to read a lot of things, but is there a book that has stuck out with you, that has had an impact on you, or that you've just really loved?
I would say I read Just Mercy before
Oh, yes.
we had to read it for school.
Book. Yes.
It's a really good book.
really good.
It's, I would think, the first nonfiction book that I've actually been able to
Really?
sit down and read all the way
And read
through.
Yeah.
But just, I'm a really compassionate person. So to hear such heartbreaking stories was just, it really spoke to me. And I'm always, trying to help people, trying to uplift others. But I also know what it feels like to kind of feel helpless. Not that would be in any way related to what
No, I know what you're saying.
they
Yeah.
do in the story, but
Right.
just kind of seeing, I just kind of highlighted my justice mindset
Right.
because I've always been somebody who wants the right thing to happen,
Right.
wants the
Right.
story to have a happy ending, wants
Right.
people to be, avenged in some way.
Right. To fight for those who can't fight for themselves. For sure. I love that book. What about you?
Definitely the most influential book that I've read. I haven't read it all the way through, but the Bible, just because
Yes.
all of the lessons in there and the different verses and all the advice that it can give and just the
Right.
wisdom that it has
Right.
in itself has gotten me through a lot of tough times in multiple ways. So that's
Yeah.
definitely been the most influential book that I've
There you
read.
go.
Oh man,
That's
now my
awesome.
answer looks trash.
But Just Mercy is amazing too.
No, those are
Just Mercy.
both great.
Oh, the Bible.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I love it. I love it. Listen, you can pick whatever book you choose right now. So obviously, you guys have people pouring into you all the time, and you have so much wisdom and advice being given to you. But what little nugget of truth has stuck out to y'all that you're like, this was really good advice?
If there's something in your life that you can't see your life without, go after it.
There you go.
I don't think I can picture my life without theater.
There
So
you go.
I'm going for it. As unrealistic as it might sound,
Not at all.
I know that my life will not be full unless I'm chasing that dream.
There you go. Okay, I love that.
Oh, I was hoping you'd talk longer. Shoot, I don't.
Okay, well, while you're thinking,
You should
let
do
me
the one
rephrase
act.
it.
That's the best piece of advice that you've ever gotten.
If you could go and tell, all right, you have a living example in your house. If you could tell your freshman self or your freshman brother something to take advantage of here at Brookstone while they're here, what would that be?
I'm not excited to say it, but the theater program.
Take a chance, y'all.
Just take a chance. Yeah,
Take a
I'm sure I've
chance.
gotten some advice like be true to yourself or explore other options or step out of your comfort zone. So I had a lot of fun this year especially, and so if I had 3 more years of that, I just feel like that's something that I kind of missed out on.
Yeah.
I've been trying, man. Those freshmen that I'm just tracking down, I'm chasing them, saying, "Hey, you should do the play. You should do the one act. You should do the musical." They're probably all terrified of me, but it's worth it. I really
is
think
worth
that
it.
people would be shocked
Yes.
at how awesome the theater program
Right.
here is.
Well, I think we have a living example right here of somebody you
Exactly.
talked into
Exactly.
joining. And you are Troy.
I am
you
Troy
really are.
Bolton.
You are Troy Bolton. Oh, I just think that's great. That means you're just gonna your performance is that much more authentic.
Method acting.
Yeah.
Method acting.
Well, you guys are the best. I'm so grateful y'all took time out of your class schedule today to come here and visit with me.
Of course.
And I
thank
cannot
you for,
wait to
for having
see the
us.
show. I know we're approaching sold out for at least one of the performances from what I've heard. So
Friday night,
Friday
yes.
night.
Sold out.
So
Or
getting
almost.
close.
I looked
it
at the
is-
tickets today and I was like, whoa.
That's a lot of people.
I know it's a lot of people.
Hey,
So it's
okay.
yeah, it's going to be fantastic. But we can't wait to see it, and people are going to flock to it after they hear this interview. So, but just really proud of both of you, and impressed, and just grateful for your leadership here in the school. And so anyway, y'all going to do great things.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.